Alright, let us look at some questions under chapter 2. As a tradition, I will read out the multiple choice question and I will give 30 seconds to see if the learner can try to answer the question. Then at the end of the 30 seconds, I will give the answer. Question 1. The link between the producer and the consumer of goods is breached by A. Traders, B. Middlemen of trade, C. Buyers, D. Sellers. The answer is middlemen of trade. Question 2. How can a middleman be best described? A. One who passes information about the market trends from consumers to manufacturers. B. A link between the retailer and consumer. C. One who undertakes the distribution of goods between the manufacturer and the retailer. D. One who is the distribution of goods between the manufacturer and the consumer. The answer is D. Question 3. Among the following channels, which is best for the distribution of electronics from abroad? A. Producer to consumer. B. Producer to wholesaler to retailer to consumer. C. Producer to agent to retailer to consumer. D. Producer to agent to wholesaler to retailer and consumer. The answer is C. Producer to agent to retailer and a consumer. Remember, we said that an agent is just like a wholesaler in an international trade, and an agent is only involved in an international trade. Question 4. One of the arguments against the presence of middlemen in the distribution chain is that they A. Cause increase in the prices of commodities. B. Are commissioned agents. C. Help in keeping prices stable. D. Create and blend goods. The answer is A. Cause increase in prices of commodities. Question 5. The chain between the manufacturer and the retailer is linked by manufacturer's agents, customers, wholesalers, and the middlemen of trade. The answer is wholesalers. Remember, the traditional chain of distribution is producer to wholesaler to the retailer to the consumer. So if we talk of the person that links up the manufacturer and the retailer, should be the wholesaler. Question 6. Distribution is part of production because it A. Transport the goods from place to place. B. Link the consumers with the producers. C. Makes goods and services available to the final consumer. D. Offers employment to people. The answer is C. Makes goods and services available to the final consumer. Question 7. Which of the following is a normal channel that will be suitable to sell technical goods? A. Manufacturer, wholesaler, sales representative, retailer, and consumer. B. Manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, and consumer. C. Manufacturer, wholesaler, agent, retailer, and consumer. D. Manufacturer, consumer. The answer is D. Manufacturer, consumer. Remember, I said technical goods are goods that they need to educate the consumer on how to use the goods. So it will be good for the manufacturer himself to sell this type of good as he is able to educate the consumer on how to use the good. Question 8. Which is the final link in the chain of distribution? A. Manufacturer to the broker. B. Customer to the retailer. C. Retailer to the consumer. And D. Wholesaler to the consumer. The answer is C. Retailer to the consumer. Question 9. Among the following channels, which is best for the distribution of fresh fish from the sea? A. Producer to the consumer. B. Producer, wholesaler, retailer to consumer. C. Producer, agent, retailer to consumer. D. Producer, retailer, and consumer. The answer is D. Producer, retailer to the consumer. This option is the most acceptable option as the fish that are caught will need to be stored in a cold storage store provided by the retailer so that the consumer can always go there to buy the product. Question 10. Dash is a factor that cannot influence the choice of the channel of distribution of goods. A. The finance of the producer. B. The extent of advertisement. C. The extent of the market. D. The nature of demand. The answer is D. The nature of demand. Alright, let me read out the essay questions. Question 1. Manufacturers use different channels of distribution for their products. State one channel of distribution for each of the following and explain why it is used. Take note, do not use the same channel of distribution more than once. Romans 1. A sugar refinery producing pre-packed sugar for sale in the supermarket. Romans 2. A manufacturer of shoes sold through many different shops. Question 2. State and explain 5 factors that will affect the choice of a channel of distribution by the manufacturer.